Hey guys, we're super excited to be here at the LA Fit Expo. It's our third year in a row. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be launching the Tasty Pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs. And we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods, Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, February 15th, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Some things in life are best meant to be kept a secret. Other things are just too good not to share with others. And I guess when he was scrolling through his phone, Brandon Curry decided some of his never-before-seen prep files from last year's Olympia fell into the latter category. Last week, Brandon released a short clip from a few weeks before the Olympia that showed the former champ looking like the dangerous world beater we all expected him to be. To his credit, Brandon's been really vocal about how much he learned from last year's experience, and it feels like he's coming into 2021 with a renewed sense of purpose. And when you take into consideration how unpredictable these lineups are, it's not hard to imagine Brandon mustering up enough momentum to reclaim his title. A few days ago, there was a story that leaked in Major League Baseball about plans from the league office to change the composition of the balls next season to reduce the amount of home runs, which helps to level the playing field for pitchers. Now, personally, I'm more of an old-fashioned guy. I prefer to see people try to go the Jonathan Hambrick route and try to level the playing field on their own. According to reports, Jonathan's added a lot of new muscle over the last 8 weeks or so, and he's rumored to be walking around at close to 275 pounds. This kid has 2 really solid years since he turned pro, and sometimes I think people forget that he's still only 23. So if he keeps improving at this rate, a few years from now he might be the new GameStop, because stock prices may end up shooting through the roof. I was watching one of those animal shows on Netflix, and they said that almost 90% of the wildlife in Australia is indigenous to the continent, which is crazy when you think about it. But do you know what's even crazier? If Sam Pearce gets any bigger, he might be able to legitimately call himself the biggest mammal in the South Pacific. My sources from the land down under tell me that Sam's been an absolute monster in the gym these last few weeks, and that he's allegedly tipping the scales at somewhere north of 290. When this guy's healthy and dialed in, he's a lot more dangerous than some people might realize. So if you see his name pop up on a lineup sheet later this year, make sure you're not sleeping on him as a legitimate top 3 contender. As the old saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And wouldn't you know it, Blessing Awodibu is 13 weeks out from his pro debut. And here comes Kai GREENE, ready to drop some knowledge on one of his starred pupils. In case you missed it last week, there was a behind-the-scenes footage that surfaced of Kai giving Blessing his first lesson in the posing room, heading into his rookie debut at the New York Pro. The fact that Blessing is willing to humble himself a little bit and take some advice from Kai gives you some insight into where his head is at this point in the process. And if he's willing to keep taking that constructive feedback, I think the cumulative effect from that input will have a big impact on how he looks the day of the show. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.